welcome and welcome back to my channel, Elemental Origins. My name is Starr. Today I'm going to enter into the space with Palo Santo, and it's been a little while since I've used Palo Santo in community space. I use Palo Santo every single day. In Spanish, Palo Santo means holy wood, and for the longest time, I felt like Palo Santo really aligns me with previous lifetimes that connect to South America predominantly. And now this cleansing wood is used predominantly there. But I feel like when I burn it, there is just an essence that's brought forward that allows me to really ever sink into that space. So those that might be wanting to, tap into more shamanic aspects, having some Palo Santo and burning that daily in your home might be beneficial for you. But I do have some Reiki incense burning by the side of me as well, and I was hearing that aligning your chakras daily is going to be super beneficial for you. Now, to me, that's a given my practices anyway. But for those that might not align with the chakra systems or know what they are, I would suggest doing a little bit of research and delving into how you can bring that into your everyday life. And you can find meditations that are just 1 minute, 2 minutes long for those types of things when you are first starting out. But today's reading is for the full moon in Capricorn that we have coming up, and I've got lots to share today. There was a lot of preamble coming forward, so I wrote some notes and some channelings before even setting up, and the aspects that I was tapping into with this moon was that it's going to be quite a hard-hitting moon. It might be connected to a lot of the past, and this is going to require precise focus to be able to handle the illusions falling away, and perhaps the self-sabotaging behavior that is being brought to light right now. And I was definitely feeling a lot of energy, a lot of chaos, and I was like, what is happening? And I've been connecting with the moons, but not as deeply as I once did. So it felt like this moon has really snuck up on me again. When I was having all these feelings, I was like, what is happening? Why is this happening? And then I was reminded that it is going to be the full moon. So for those that might have been in a bit of chaos, you are aligning completely with this moon. But the Capricorn energy is here to allow you to dream big, but also to allow you for you to see the things that you might have to shift and pivot in order to be accessing those dreams. So where are you holding yourself back? This might be something that is shown to you over the next couple of weeks whilst we're still in this energy. And I think that everyone is going to have to be brutally honest with self and allow for wiggle room with yourself and others. And this is a message that's been coming through for a couple of years now. Is this idea of that, we're not all perfect. No one is perfect, and we all come with shadow, we all come with our own baggage, we all come with our own trauma. So when we're interacting with others, we have to take that into consideration and have a little bit more empathy in some aspects as well. And set your boundaries so you feel as safe as possible and you feel like you are standing in your power. But it's about holding space for those that you can perhaps see are struggling, or you can see the spaces where they are trying to get to but they're perhaps not there yet. Just allowing for love to enter that situation and allow for everything to just be right now. I think don't make any sudden movements if things have been brought to your attention that seem challenging or chaotic is what I want to share. But the predominant energy for this Capricorn moon, the element of water was stepping forward with regards to manifestation. And I was hearing that Sirius B, Lemuria, Andromeda and Lyra are going to be real strong energies of star systems stepping forward within this time. So if you resonate as being a Sirius B, starseed, if you resonate from coming from Lemuria, Andromeda or Lyra, this moon is very much for you. And I have brought some crystals into the mix today. I brought some ocean jasper, I brought some fluorite, I brought a little mushroom that was gifted by a dear friend, thank you so much for that. I brought in the crystal ball, I brought in some aura quartz, I brought in opalite, I brought in amethyst, I brought in some clear quartz geodes, and I've also brought in my ammonite shell. Thank you so much, you gifted this to me, absolute beautiful soul. And also Lemurian quartz. Now if you are a divine feminine and you don't have any Lemurian quartz, I would suggest you get some, because it feels like we're really stepping into this water energy and aligning with the energies of Lemuria that once was. So to those that rings true. It's almost like this portal space has been open for a little while, but it's going to stay open. This portal is not closing. So making sure that you connect in with Lemurian quartz if you are an expansive path, or, you know, trying to delve into ether and other at this time, being a divine feminine, is really going to help you access deeper points of clarity. And that being said, I feel like the energy of Egypt is ever at the forefront of my understanding right now. So to those that have been feeling into that expanse, you're in complete alignment as well. But I did have a card come forward, and every now and again this will happen where someone doesn't have the time to be sitting for the full reading, or they feel like it's too much and they might click onto a video and, you know, they're just supposed to see this card. So I brought forward Moonstone, and what I was hearing with Moonstone is that you are completely just getting downloads from this full moon in Capricorn. If you feel like everything has been chaotic, you've been receiving light codes, you've been receiving downloads from your teams of light, and they are ready to step forward and help you wherever you are. So if you've been drawn to moon energies, you've been drawn to Moonstone, perhaps you want to get some Moonstone to be working with. I like sleeping with Moonstone when it's coming up to the full moons or new moons. I feel like it really aligns me with the energies of all that is possible, and helps me in my astral space connect to the moon a little bit deeper. And there is a lot of expansive understandings about the moon. So to those that you know, are delving a little bit deeper at this time, specific star systems will step forward and tap into the energy of the moon, potentially just a satellite in some spaces, and, you know, it's their energy that's being brought forward. So please look into where you are being guided with regards to the constellations. And I'm almost seeing the sword and the stone, and I can't remember who that is, but whoever pulls out the sword from the stone, that's coming into the forefront of my mind. And that might not be the story for you, but a story to do with the sword is beneficial to someone. So that person here, these people here that might not have enough time, tapping into the energy of Moonstone is really going to help you progress. And, you know, please do come back around and finish the rest of this reading when you have time, but I'm hearing that's all you needed to hear right now. The energies of the new moon, energies of the full moons are beneficial for you. Connecting into divine historical spaces of the past, the Fibonacci spiral, and connecting into Gaia. I feel like some of you might work within technology, or you might work within the financial system. I'm hearing you're almost like downcoding, re-downcoding information from times of AI, positive AI. I know that's going to split the crowd, but that feels significant. It's almost like you're tapping into parallel spaces, and that's going to really help you with regards to your coding, whoever this aligns for. But that's all the energies that I'm getting from the Moonstone card. But today I'm just going to read straight Oracle, and it's been a little while since I've done that, everyone. It was quite foreign to me picking up cards. It's been a minute since I've been here in this, so please do bear with me. But I've got 3 piles for you to pick from today. So take a minute to pick your pile, and I will go ahead with pile number 1. Hello pile 1, this is your reading. Let's see what spirit guides, teams and star guardians wish to say to you with regards to the Capricorn full moon. And the first card that I've got for you is Amazonite. And I'm going to read a little bit from the guidebook with regards to Amazonite. I was hearing that I'm going to do this for every pile. And the number 2 has been very significant for myself this week. So that might align for you as well, pile 1. And I've just flip to a page 11, which is blue chalcedony. So whomever that was for, that's also there for you. So Amazonite, essential meaning: truth, revelation, the evolution and natural flow of events. Not everything reveals itself to you right away in full detail. Wouldn't that be nice? But the conscious universe is unfolding a plan for you so much more brilliant than you can imagine. And Amazonite spirit is here to help you trust the process and the flow of revelation. Some things will be disclosed that may shake you up, but if so, it's all for your highest good. So pay close attention and go with it. The conscious universe prefers for you to learn your lessons without suffering. So if you allow situations to fluidly evolve instead of trying to control them, you will see that much, much more wisdom is being made available to you right now. Mind, body, and the conscious universe are all interconnected. So be attentive to connections. You previously overlooked or thought weren't such a big deal. They have more insights for you than you might expect. What is unfolding will help you understand your purpose and find your destiny. Don't have it be a victim of fate. Don't have yourself be a victim of fate. You are the future defining by repeating lessons learned in the past. You are being prepared for something awesome that you're already moving towards, excitement and trust or an order. And that's interesting, Pile 1. I feel like there has been a lot that's been coming up for you. And when what did I say? The flow of revelation, and revelations has been coming up with regards to the Bible. And I know that will potentially split the crowd, but I feel like there might be some information in Revelations for you, Pile 1, that's going to help you see perhaps where you've been slipping into parallel lifetimes and parallel times that have once been. And only take what resonates, and quite an expansive message that won't be for all, but that's the energy that I'm feeling. You've got clear quartz and focus with the number 8. We've got the child and number 7. Got Metatron and wisdom. Wow, I'm glad that Metatron's here for you, Pile 1. We've got patience and 36, and the green corn moon, and that's in reverse, so I'm going to keep it as such. I'm going to put these down. Okay, I'm just going to read these cards for now, Pile 1. Some of you have been delving into aspects of when you were a child. You've been having to understand all the spaces that you've been triggered and how that has been impacting your life thus far. And I'm hearing that with this Capricorn moon, some quite heavy hitting information might be brought to the surface for you, Pile 1. So it's going to be up to you where you take that information. And, please do seek professional help. I'm merely just a reader of sorts. I am a channel for divine light. But if you need to go and seek professional help with regards to some trauma that you've been through, I would suggest that you do that, Pile 1. But this won't be for everyone. But I feel like some pretty heavy hitting stuff will be coming forward, and it's here so that you can heal it. Metatron is an amazing angel to work with when you're going through traumatic experiences, or you feel like you need a little bit more support in where you find yourself in your life. I feel like you are teetering on the edge of breaking down to break through. Perhaps you're in the middle of what feels like a breakdown, Pile 1, but please do just trust the process. You might want to tap into Amazonite energy, and I'm just going to hold this card up for you as well, Pile 1, so you can screenshot this energy, and I'm going to send a bubble of Reiki energy to you that you can set in at any time when connecting in with this card, with this Amazonite. I know not everyone has crystals, so I'm going to pop a little creation bubble around you, and you can tap into this space at any moment in time and receive Reiki energy within that as well, Pile 1. So that's a little gift from me to you. I feel like you've been looking for the point of life, Pile 1, and your teams of light are wanting to share that it's up to you. It's up to you what you gain from this life. It is up to you how you progress moving forward. It feels like you've given up on life somewhere, Pile 1, or perhaps you realize that you didn't have a purpose to begin with, or at least you felt like you didn't for a real long time. And I feel like some energies have shifted in your life of late, Pile 1, that are helping you to see the gaps where you need to find more light within your life, but also allowing for you to understand that everything happens in divine right timing, and we can't rush it. And with the patience in reverse, it's like, please have a little bit more patience and go slowly, Pile 1. There is something that you are trying to rush and you can't. And specifically, if this is connected to spiritual practices, you cannot rush the process, Pile 1. Trust me, I've tried. You run into a brick wall and it hurts. So please go easy. Please allow yourself the time to tap into everything that you know is possible, but at a steady rate. And you've got 2, you've got 8, and you've got 7. And I'm hearing 28 and 27 is going to be important to some, so make a note of that, Pile 1. But it feels like you are having to really focus in on your own beliefs systems at this time. You are going to be brought a lot forward to you through this full moon that you're going to have to take with you in the years to come. It's like all of this energy that is being brought forward, all of these understandings that are being brought forward is going to be the work that you are dealing with through the next 3 years of your life, Pile 1. And I know that might sound harrowing, that might sound like, years is too much, but I promise you, you have to start somewhere. And I'm ever finding deeper and darker spaces in my shadow that I'm having to work through, ever more deeper and darker spaces within my trauma that I'm reassessing now, because I'm ready to access a deeper space. Everyone is constantly growing and expanding, Pile One. Like, you're not on your own in this. This is everyone experiencing life in the exact same way. And I think for a real long time, I felt like I was very different. And granted, I consider myself to be a star seed, pile one. But at the same time, the more that I delve into other, and the more that I delve into more beings here, I realize that we've all just been coming at life in a very similar way. And that's because of a very expanded consciousness and understanding that I won't go into here. But if you know, you know. But it feels like, there is a layer to you that makes you feel like you are so alone. And I promise you, you are not, Pile One. And I heard another reader say this, well, I've heard a few other readers say this, and it really brought me comfort at certain points in my journey when I was watching other people's tarot readings. And, this idea of that everyone that is watching this Pile One, they feel the exact same way as you. So you're not alone. There is going to be multiple people that are feeling into the exact same energies that you are sat here right now. And I hope that brings you some comfort, Pile One, to know that, I feel like there's this energy of like, I'm so bad, I've done so many things wrong, I shouldn't have behaved that way. But every single being here feels this exact same way. Even if you feel like this is someone that is, I don't know, the highest light beam that you've ever met, they feel the exact same way as you. Somewhere, we're all sat in regret for certain situations and the ways that we've behaved, because we've all been through aspects of learning. And anyone that says that they haven't, they're quite frankly lying, by one. So please remember that. Remember that we all have lessons that we need to learn, and it's okay. You're going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. I feel like I want to just give you a massive hug, Pile One, because I can feel that you're really struggling, and you're really going through the motions of it right now. And I want to say, just feel it all, but just don't get stuck to the feelings. And I don't really know how to put that into words, because when I'm in it, I can't make sense of it, but I'm just feeling a lot. And for me personally, there was a lot of tears. So I cry a lot. Everything might feel very chaotic. I might feel like I can't concentrate. I might feel like, nothing's quite hitting in the same way that it used to. But it's because you're expanding into deeper recesses of self, and sometimes that comes with a shake-up of energy. So just try and be as grounded as possible. Do whatever feels good to you. And be careful of addictions and afflictions right now, Pile One, because I feel like there are some aspects of the past that are being brought forward to you now so that you can heal them now. So just be aware of spaces you are guided to, of things that you feel like you want to be partaking in right now, because it's almost as if if you're not careful, Pile One, you can slip way back into spaces of the past that you just need not be in right now. So please, know your limits, know your own personal strength, and try and listen to meditations or frequencies, binaural beats, whatever works for you, that's going to help you open up your third eye, but also bring that into the sacral. I was going to say solar plexus, so also the sacral space as well. I feel like there might be some real deep trauma from the sacral area, Pile One, and I feel like that's hitting you hard because you're a very creative person. So please look into those energies. Please look into the solar plexus chakra, the third eye chakra, and start listening to meditations to help you trust in the process. And please do call in Archangel Metatron, but this is from the Atlantis Angels Oracle deck, this card here. And grab some clear quartz if you don't have some already, Pile One, because I feel like that's going to really help you maneuver through these energies. And you can send energy to clear quartz. You can hold it in your hands and just send all the energy that you're feeling to it and ask it to transmute it for you, and the energy will be passed back straight up through you and into your body. I promise you. Pile One, and I forgot to say this in the intro, so I'm going to say it with every pile, but crystals are incredibly healing. They hold so much power and strength. If you don't own any crystals, I would suggest just going into a crystal shop and seeing where you are guided and collecting some. And I'm hearing you might collect a few, Pile One. I feel like you're really having to start this journey at the ground up, but I promise you it's worth it. I've been there, I've done it, to some degree, to some level. I'm still ever expanding, but I feel like I've done, this exact space that you are in. I have been there. I have been on the floor. I've been angry at myself. I've been angry at everyone else around me. I've been, just upset about how things have turned out, how things have played out in my life. And, I had to be honest with myself and see the spaces where, I was self-sabotaging, where I was, not allowing for myself to see my own light and my own love. So I was drawing in situations and people that weren't for my highest good, but also I wasn't allowing for myself to truly understand that I'm worthy of love. And I feel like you might be on that same trajectory, Pile One. You realize that you've just been turning love down left, right, and center, because you just don't feel like you're worthy. So this is a reminder that you are loved by your teams of light. You are loved by the universe. You are loved by, whoever you consider to be your teams of light right now. Some of you might be working in the more shadow and I don't necessarily want to say darker aspects of everything that is, but I don't feel like I have the words to, quite articulate what those presences bring, because, well, some of you hear it. It's not something you can put into words. It's an energy and a power that you don't experience often. And I want to say you don't experience often if you're lucky, but I feel like that's taken away from the power of those spaces. But I think that you've been through a lot, Pile One, and I completely resonate with your energy. I can feel just how dark and murky the depths have been, and I promise you, I understand you and I see you and I feel you in that space. So find comfort and solace in whomever you wish to call upon at this time, because they will hold you in a space of light, even if they are in darkness. And, be calling in everything in for your highest vibration at all times. But I feel like some of you are really working through a lot, and yeah, you're going to have to go slow. But I've also got dreams and incubation, and altar and dedication, and that's in reverse. And I'm hearing that you're really having to strengthen your resolve and your dedication to healing self, Pile One. And it feels like there are so many spaces where you keep just saying, I don't know. There are a million excuses stepping forward, and I feel like your teams of light are being quite harsh with you, Pile One, because you need to hear it, and you need to take responsibility for where you find yourself right now, and take accountability for your own well-being and your own I wanted to say safety. So some of you might be in some real I guess challenging situations, or you might be put in a space where you don't feel safe. And if you don't feel safe somewhere, you have to get out of that, Pile One. And there is always a way, even when we feel like there isn't. And ask for your teams of light to help you. I know some spaces it feels like your power has been completely taken away from you. Don't believe that, Pile One. This is a trick. This is an illusion. And I think that you've been seeing a lot of the illusions in your dream time. They've been coming to light so that you can set yourself free. That won't be for all, but that will be for some. So ask to be shown more in your dream time if that aligns for you. But also know that it was 22 on the clock there. Know that you are seeding in a new space for you, no matter where you are. I'm literally seeing someone having to leave a home, having to leave a situation because it's just gotten so toxic, I'm hearing. And please listen to the signs. Please follow the signs. I'm seeing all these orbs here, so you might have started to see little balls of light, of energy, and this is being brought forward to you so that you can follow the signs, Pile One. I'm hearing you see a lot, you vision a lot. Perhaps you see things in a split of a second in your dream time, or you close your eyes and you see something and you think, what is that? Tune into the energy, even if you don't understand the message, because the energies is helping you set yourself free. I'm going to pull some final cards from these little mini flower oracles, and I'm hearing flower power is important to you as well. Gardenia, awareness, wake up, roll the clouds away and look. Yeah, there's something you're not looking at, Pile One. there is a space of light around you that is so big that you can tap into at any time. So please tap into those essences that you perhaps turned your back on. Some of you might have turned your back on a spiritual practice of late, or you've been turning your back on spaces that you are seeing of light because maybe it feels too painful for you to be tapping into love right now, pile one. But I'm hearing do it anyway. And that's not a message that I will share with everyone, but I'm really feeling like you're having to sink into those around you that care and love you right now, pile one, because I'm hearing that there are some around you that really do have your best interests at heart, and there are some around you that really do not have your best interests at heart. So you're going to have to be very, very sharp and aware these next 2 weeks, because everything is going to be highlighted to you. And I'm hearing you're going to have to move swiftly in some certain situations, pile one. And this isn't to scare, this is just to allow for you to understand that things are moving for you, but you're going to have to take the hand that is given you. It's almost like you're going to be given an out somewhere, pile one. So take it. Take the out. If you have to leave somewhere, leave the space, leave the place that you're living, leave your home. I'm hearing leave it all behind. I'm hearing and this might be metaphorically speaking to some. This might be the cleansing of old thought patterns and paradigms, but for some it's literally physically moving a home. So that message is there for you. Geranium and fertility, shake it up a little. You've got this. Yeah, there is such commitment from teams of light, is what I want to bring to the forefront to you, pile one. Your teams of light are committed to your path, even when you feel like you're not, even when you feel like you've taken a million steps back, and even when you take those steps back, it is almost an illusion that you are giving up, because somewhere in your heart, you will never, ever, ever give up, pile one. And I know this for a fact. I can feel it within you. So don't give up, especially not now. Keep pushing, keep going. Make sure to be looking after yourself and your physical vessel to its deepest capacity. I'm hearing like a juice cleanse will be good for you. I'm hearing a cleanse and a detox from, I don't know, alcohol or some sort of substance right now is going to be incredibly beneficial for you. Pile one, and please only take what resonates and leave the rest. But I'm hearing you're ready to make these changes, so lean in. Wow. We've got fuchsia. True feelings within you is all you need to know. And fuchsia's been coming up a lot for me personally, pile one. And I didn't know that fuchsia was edible. That's been something that's come forward to my understanding this weekend. Yeah, there is a real strong essence of divine feminine energy that wants to heal you. So if you've been drawn to a specific, I guess, higher perspective of light that is a divine feminine, then call them in. And I was hesitant to bring it forward because I didn't want to bring it forward to everyone, but now I understand. So I used Palo Santo at the beginning of this reading, and I used to have, I still have a Palo Santo stick that's got Hecate carved into it, and she might be a deity that you want to call upon. And please only take what resonates, and be aware that there is also shadow aspects to all deities. Right now, just given the spaces that we are in, it's not connected to that deity, but other spaces of self-serving beings out here are hijacking this energy. So you have to be aware that when tapping in, you are doing it for your highest light. Ask for your teams of light to be with you, and especially those that are into darker practices, please be calling in the light right now. I know that might be triggering for some, but there is a lot out here that you perhaps aren't in full awareness of. And I don't say that to patronize, I just say that because there are so many spaces that are all connected to a lot of dark magic right now that I'm delving into, that is ever increasing in its understanding. And there are some out here that are not here for humanity's highest good. So perhaps take religion and that type of trauma out of it, and understand that you need to be working for your highest light at all times. And that feels like a real strong message for some. But I'm going to do just one more. Wow, Wisteria. Longevity. Plan for and take the dedicated path. Plan for and take the dedicated path. Interesting way of phrasing that. Sorry. You might want to look into Wisteria and its spiritual properties. Pile one. I'm hearing that will be a beneficial understanding for you. But you're in this for the long haul. And when I used to receive messages like this, when I very first started out to understanding that I was a being that was tapped into energy and ether and expanse, I just thought, gosh, there is such a long way that I need to go and need to come. And I am however many years into my journey right now, and I still feel that way. I promise you, Padawan, the marker points move and shift in each aspect that you step into and deepen in your expanse. So please know that you're not behind. You are right on time for where you are supposed to be in your life path right now. And sometimes things happen that shake us up, that do put us on a path of a setback somewhere. But in the grand scheme of things, nothing is ever lost. Padawan, you have not lost anything. You have only gained the right to your sovereignty and to a deeper understanding of whom you are at a soul's level. So please hold that in mind moving forward. Padawan, yeah, and I find it ever increasingly difficult to speak because I can feel your pain and it's real. Please do honor yourself and honor how you feel, because everything that you've experienced, not everyone can see and understand, but there are those around you that want to support you, and there are those around you that want to be able to understand you deeper. So let them in. Pile one. I feel like there might be opportunities to speak up about how you've been feeling and what you've been experiencing. And I think that that's going to help you moving forward in your journey. But that's all that I've got for you today, Pile one. And this is connected to the full moon in Capricorn, so that you can tap into that energy and set some manifestations or releasing practices. There is stereotypically an understanding that when it's a full moon we are releasing, but I feel like for you might want to be calling the aspects of self in that you need to work on. This was definitely something that I did and continue to do. When things feel incredibly challenging, sometimes I will ask, I want to feel like this, I want my life to be like this, to feel like this, I want to be this type of person. And that's specifically sometimes when we're working through aspects that we know we've not worked in our highest light at all times, and we all have been in that space, Pile One. So please know that you are not alone. There are so many beings out here that feel the exact same way as you. They're on the exact same point in their path, perhaps different situations and scenarios, but they understand your pain. I feel your pain. I'm physically sat feeling your pain, and I'm so sorry that you are there, Pile One. But I can feel this burning desire in your heart to create a life for self that is more aligned with you at your core. So continue on this path, continue saying yes to your soul, continue to say, I'm ready, I'm here, and I'm willing to experience what it takes to put me on the path and the trajectory of my highest light. But I'm hearing that you're going to be able to move mountains, Pile One. Your energy is so incredibly strong and so incredibly beautiful. You are a pure divine being, and you have to admit that to self. You have to admit that you deserve love, and the people that are in your life, they love you right now. They love you right now, so lean into them. Stop pushing them away. Pile One, they are here for you. They are here for you. There are some beings in your life that have stuck by you through thick and thin. Lean into those souls. And this is definitely something that I've had to pivot and take a look back on in my life of late, and just be so appreciative for all of those entities, energies, and beings that have stepped forward throughout my lifetime and really helped me in spaces that I felt like I didn't have anything else. So trust into those energies, Pile One. But that's all that I've got for you today. If you wish to be working with me at a deeper capacity, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can find all my services in the description below, and you can also, I guess, I want to say you can reach out to me, Pile One, even if it's just to vent how you are feeling, because I think sometimes it's worth just having someone witness where you are in your space. This is definitely something that I found helpful in my journey. So please know that I'm an ear as well. Pile One is what I want to share. But please do share this reading with anyone that you might feel will best benefit, and do not hesitate to like and subscribe to the channel. It's going to help me grow in the future. And if you feel like leaving a donation, how to donate is also in the description, Pile One. But that's all that I've got for you today. Please do take care, and please do sink into the full moon energies as deeply as you can. I feel like this moon is here to really hold you and to captivate you and catapult you on a path for your highest expanse. But that's all that I've got for you today, Pile One. Please do take care. Bye. Pile 2, this is your reading. Let's see what spirit guides, teams, and guardians wish to say to you with regards to this full moon in Capricorn. Ooh. First card that I've got for you is Spirit Quartz, such a beautiful card, and the 54 there. And I'm actually going to read a little bit about Spirit Quartz to you from the Oracle deck guidebook as well. Pile 1, Pile 2, sorry, I've been doing that for each pile, so bear with me. And I was really guided to this being at the top of this crystal here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Spirit's trying to contact you, Pile 2, in a very big way. I'm hearing, so let it in. Essential meaning: connecting to community, universal love, harmony, and cooperation. We heal in partnerships. The strong lifting up the weak, taking turns supporting each other. When this crystal spirit quartz appears, the message is to reach out and connect to your community and discover the true power of your gifts through sharing them with others. Your willingness to put their highest good ahead of the wants of your small self is calling right now. Reciprocity does not mean keeping a ledger, but instead feeling the power of offering kind words and acknowledgements. You have the power to change the lives of others and awaken them to the abundance of love available to the conscious universe who works through us all. Today, even the smallest outreach will make a big difference. This crystal's message is to remember your co-creative powers and to open up to the receiving gifts you hope for. This crystal's message is a reminder to your co-creative powers and open you up to receiving the gifts you hope for. It may also be reminding you that it is a great gift to allow someone the power of giving to you without expectation or reciprocity, for in doing so they experience their strength, abundance, and generosity. Listen to your intuition today as you give and receive. Connecting to community is a shared desire for healing and replenishment. Oh, Pile 2, I feel like you are going through a stage of life where everything feels a lot more smooth than it has been in the past, and I feel like this might be shaking you to your core. I feel like you might be terrified right now of losing it all. I'm hearing Pile 2, and yeah, it's making me want to cry because I can feel like just how much of a trauma response this is. So if you need help in that space, please go and seek that guidance from whomever you feel will be able to help you in that space. Pile 2, I am merely a tarot reader and divine channel somewhere, but I know that we need to look after our mental mind as well and our emotional body to a deeper capacity. So go and seek out help if you need that support, Pile 2. I feel like there are some real strong wounds being brought to the surface through this Capricorn full moon that you can heal yourself. I'm hearing, that message isn't for all, but just acknowledging where you are in your path and in your journey and understanding that you deserve to be loved, Pile 2. I feel like there is a strong message of you rejecting love and reciprocity. Somewhere you only feel safe in giving when you know that you aren't going to receive, Pile 2. So please hear this. Please hear this message, because I feel like you get really triggered in spaces where someone is trying to give back to you, whether this be, a friend, whether this be in a work scenario, whether this be in a romantic setting. I feel like because of what you've been through, maybe in the most recent past, it feels like you're terrified of everyone, is what I want to say, Pile 2. And I say this with so much love in my heart. Your teams of light say this with so much love in their hearts, but it's just to help you understand where you are. It's like you are terrified of everyone and everything right now, and that be okay. I think some of you are incredibly deep channels yourself, and I think you've been hitting deeper recesses of healing. So know this is a temporary phase, and you have the power within you to change these energies right now. Now that you've heard it, I feel like we've been unlocking your subconscious mind, so this can be brought to the forefront so that you can heal it in the here and now. But the second card that I've got for you is Water and Lifeblood and 41. Working with ley lines of the water is going to be beneficial for you. I'm hearing from a volcano specifically for some. Some of you need to meditate on the energy of a volcano specifically, and this is going to bring you back to life, I'm hearing. We've got 6 and the Blade. What's really hurt you, pile 2? You need to look at that. What's really truly hurt you? What is the root cause of your pain? I feel like this blade just cut through my psyche. I felt like I had a complete disconnection from your teams of light, and it felt like I just was sat in a very liminal space with my own essence and that of the very 3D realm. And this might be to some that have been on an expansive path for some time. It's like you're almost being taken back to the beginning, the very, very beginning of your life, and where you felt such pain at such a deep capacity, so that you can truly get to the root cause of it, so that you can set yourself free in the spaces that you are actually traversing in. And so that's an expansive message for some, expensive message. So this might be holding back your prosperity too, pile 2. So please, only take what resonates, but understand that you are worthy of so much more than you're allowing yourself to see right now. And yeah, it's about love. Call in this comes from the Atlantis Angels of Atlantis Oracle. So call in Sandalphon to help you align with the essences of love. I always see this crystal portal here as citrine or amber, but you've got JC showing up for you if you want to connect in those energies. And I know that might split the crowd, but all masses of light are here for you to connect into if you so wish to. Pile 2. You've got 17 in self-reflection. Yeah, I feel like you might be in a very contemplative state right now, and I'm hearing that that's the best space for you to be in right now, because you're really having to figure out where all of your energy is coming from, going to, and what's going to be most beneficial to you moving forward. And we've got 3 spheres here of light, and some of you have seen 3 orange orbs in your lifetime. This is confirmation for you that you're in the right pile, but this is also confirmation that you are this orb of light, pile 2. You are an incredibly expansive pile. I can feel your energy so, so deeply, and you are ready to expand to deeper and deeper, higher and higher capacities of light. So trust in that energy. And I feel like some of you are getting shattered and perhaps bounce back from life, because you are in a space where your energy isn't necessarily reflected back to you. And I'm hearing this is what you came here to do. You came here to be in the thick of it all with others that cannot see their own divinity, and you chose to come in and help. Pile 2. Remember, this is your purpose. For some of you, you are exactly where you are supposed to be, but that does not mean that you will stay there. And also, this does not mean that you will not see other spaces in the world. For some of you, it's like you're denying the truth of your situation. And the truth is that you want a home, you want stability, and you want those around you that you know that you love, but at the same time you feel like it's a trap to potentially stay where you are. But I'm hearing that even if you make a home somewhere, it's like you don't truly have a home, pile 2, because you live in all space and all time. And for some of you, you really feel this energy because you are living rent-free in other people's minds. So please be aware of that. And this is something that I have to do daily, is disconnecting from collective energy, disconnecting from, anyone that is watching my content, that is working with me, that is my friends and my family. That just leaves all of the loving connections within those understandings, and we're not passing back and forth trauma between each other. Granted, I put myself in a sphere every day to make sure that I'm not passing my own trauma onto anyone else. That would be malpractice from me, but just to get the understanding of how energy connections work. Pile 2, and I feel like you are tapping into the energies of others, and perhaps others that aren't allowing you to break free from a person that you once was. So this is about cleansing the energies of the past, releasing the energies of the past with this Capricorn moon, and allowing for you to seed in this new you, pile 2. For some of you, you've already done so much work on your trauma, on your past, on your expanse, and you're just ready to be experiencing it all. And for some of you, nothing is going to change in your life right now, but you are going to feel incredibly different after this full moon if you decide to apply yourself to this releasing practice and understand that you are exactly where you are supposed to be at any given moment, no matter what it looks like to you, no matter what you feel like you are experiencing. It is there so that you can potentially be helping others, pile to. And that doesn't mean we help and help and help until we are on last reserves, but this means stepping up and forward to those that we can potentially see are struggling, or those that, those that we know that we came here for, pile to. And I'm hearing that some of you have been rejecting some people in your life right now, whether this be emotionally, whether this be, not responding back to messages or emails, etc., because it's almost like the challenges that are to come within that space. So you feel like it's almost like you know too much, pile two. So I'm hearing, trust in where you're being guided and where you're being led. And even if you feel like, I don't want to do this, it's going to be, one, better than you think it's going to be, and two, it's going to be something that is going to make you feel at peace somewhere also, pile two. I feel like you've been having to heal from over giving, and I'm hearing you closed down that cycle. So however you feel like you want to give right now is the right move, pile two. I feel like you're really having to trust your own intuition too, and trust that you know what you're doing. And when you offer a hand to someone else, it's because you know that they need it. And however that person behaves to you after that is on them, pile two. And however you maneuver through that situation is going to allow for you to stand in your sovereignty. So I feel like this is about trusting yourself and trusting where you are being led and guided, but also allowing for yourself to know that you love to love, pile two. I think you've locked off your love and your heart, and I feel like somewhere it's crippling you, pile two. It's crippling you somewhere to not give to some around you, to others around you right now, because it's almost like that no one has ever truly been taken from, but that some energies have been here to very self-serve off of your energy, pile two. But I think somewhere you also know that you wouldn't have had it any other way. And I think if you are completely honest with self, you can see that as your truth. Yes, you learned some harsh lessons, but I think at the end of the day, you want to give and you want to love, especially to those that cannot love themselves. And that is such a beautiful gift to give another, pile two. Yeah, and it's really making me well up, pile two, actually, your pile, because I can feel how much love you have. So to lock off that love is a crying shame, pile two. And the final two cards that I've got for you from the pre-pick is, I'm not sure how to say this, Shagai and Fragmented. And yeah, I love the little starfish here. And we've got Cleansing and Water. And I'm going to have to cover the ladies on this card, I think. Pile two. But also know that and I feel like this is going to be a harsh truth for some. And I knew this reading was going to be heavy-hitting messages. I had such hesitation to be filming for this full moon in Capricorn, because just where I've been in my past week and a half, it's been in a lot of chaotic energy, and I thought, gosh, I'm not sure what I'm going to bring forward, but I know it's going to be for the highest good of all here. And I'm hearing to those that are in an expansive path, do consider themselves to be messengers of light, however that looks to you, connecting with elementals, connecting with the earth, connecting to, practices where you are holding space for others, however that looks for you. I'm hearing like coffee shops, tea shops, you might own a restaurant, you might own some spaces that people just frequent. You might like own a park, or I don't know, like a garden somewhere. Or if for someone that's a manifestation you should be calling in, is to own a space that people can publicly frequent, that is being created by you, which is a really beautiful message. So please do heed that, however that aligns with. Yeah, you know how to create beauty and love. you have an abundance of love, Pile 2. The well of your heart is ever so deep and ever expanding. And I'm hearing, that some took advantage of that, but did you truly lose anything, Pile 2, or did you just gain deeper understanding of self? And this fragmented card showing up for you is to allow for you to understand that, yes, you are a fragmented soul. A lot of us are here, but you can ground yourself in any given space and time, however you wish. And this is about you grounding in exactly what you want right now, Pile 2, to help you moving forward. You are the energy of water. You are self-reflection. You are cleansing. You are the blade. You are water again. You are the spirit, and you are love. This is all the aspects of you. Some of you are incredibly powerful healers, and no one can ever truly heal another, but your presence alone encourages others to heal. So that's the aspect that I'm bringing forward within this reading, Pile 2. But you're ready to experience it all and call in your spirit team for help. Some of you are incredibly connected to shamanic practices, I'm hearing, and I'm going to read a little bit of this Shagai card. I don't know how to pronounce it, and apologies. Where is apologies, Pile 2, but let's read a little bit of this card. It's been a little while since I've used this deck too. The worst is behind you, and you can begin to breathe deeply, knowing that you will never have to go through the same difficult spaces again. A place of such uncertainty that has left you feeling that all you cared for was torn from you, lost forever. It hasn't been easy at all to gather what little strength you had left, but sometimes you must undergo a journey of turmoil to find the heaven and peace on the other side. So know that you are safe to release your sorrow and allow for your tears to cleanse away your hurt. As though gathering back your shattered shagai bones, your heart will knit together and you will soon find yourself whole again. And the incantation is, I won't turn back, I'll carry on. Hard work and sorrows made me strong. For now I rise, I'm standing tall. Emotions healed, I conquer all. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to hold it up so you can read it too. I won't turn back, I'll carry on. Hard work and sorrow made me strong. For now I rise, I'm standing tall. Emotions healed, I conquer all. And one last time. I won't turn back, I'll carry on. Hard work and sorrows made me strong. For now I rise, I'm standing tall. Emotions healed, I conquer all. And my printer just started to make some noise, Pile 2. So that's confirmation that your teams of light are so close to you. And some of you might have felt like you have been hearing things, or there has been sounds coming forward to you that you wasn't able to understand or perhaps put into words. But I'm hearing that's your spirit team stepping towards you, Pile 2, and they're ready to support you in any which way that you feel like they can best support you right now. So trust in that energy, trust that they are ever stepping forward towards you, and ask for the ways that you wish to be communicating with them deeper, because I'm hearing they're going to be granting you this gift, Pile 2, and congratulations, you really worked for it, you really earned it. I'm being drawn to this Amazonite shell as well. Amazonite was from Pile 1, so you might want to head over to Pile 1 to receive parallel understandings, I'm hearing, Pile 2. So this might be connected to this fragmented card. But am I going to close out? Okay, so I'm going to close out with some starseed mini oracle cards to Pile 2. Yeah, the number 2 might be very significant for you. And I'm going to ask for these messages to be what can help you delving into this Capricorn moon. And one just flew completely on the floor. So we've got free spirit. To be free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. And I love this card when it comes out. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. I'm going to say it one last time for you. Free spirit is to be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. Pile 2, you are free, you are safe, and you are loved. And we've got no limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. There is, Pile 2. You have to share your gifts. You have to share who you are with others. Pile 2, I'm hearing it is a shame if you don't start showing the world whom you really are and showing all the love that you have to give to others. It's about you just loving and loving yourself enough to know that no matter what happens in your journey, you have enough abundance of love within you to always sustain you. Magnificent. You are an amazing, magnificent, and unique, and you are most importantly are enough. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, and most importantly, yeah, you have a potent energy, pile 2, in the best possible way. I'm hearing some of you might be triggered by that, so apologies, but it's like you command. Okay, pile 2. This is going to help you put things into perspective, but I'm just going to read this one last time. Magnificent. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, but most importantly, you are enough. You command love, pile 2. So this sometimes means that you meet people and they have to change. So in certain situations, I'm saying allow for this wiggle room to come through. And I said this in the intro, so you might want to go back and listen to the intro if you haven't already. Naughty to those that just skip to the timestamps. But there are some around you that want to love you and they are trying, pile 2. So give them the wiggle room to try, is what I want to share. And keep your boundaries and make sure that you feel safe in all given space and time, but know that you have the foresight to understand what a soul is capable of. So if you feel like you are pouring into someone something right now and you feel like perhaps you're not receiving all back that you are giving, it's because in the end you're going to receive what you've been asking for. And whether this be from that person, from another, we can't necessarily know everything that's going to happen on our path, but I'm hearing don't stop being you because you feel like you're not receiving right now. And that might feel counterintuitive to some, and I would not say that message to all, but for most of you here, it's going to take discernment as well. Pile 2, this won't be for everyone, although I'm hearing quite a lot of you. Give your love freely and let the world love you back. Allow the universe to gift you in all the ways possible. And I think you can have evidence of this already, pile 2. I think you've been given gifts of late in every which manner of that understanding. And this is the truth, This is the truth. So trust the process. Vision. Trust your ability to create the vision in your soul. Trust in your ability to create the vision in your soul. Trust in your ability to create the vision in your soul. And you do have a vision in soul. Pile 2. You're just ever stepping closer to that. So please, please, please release with this Capricorn moon, release the idea that you should limit the love that you have being brought forward to others, is what I want to share, pile 2. You're always going to receive in some way, so continue to give, and you will know what to do. You have a very strong intuition and judgment, so you know when to give and you know when to take back in certain situations and certain scenarios, pile 2. So trust in that. And for some of you, sometimes you feel harsh in not giving, and that's something to work on too. But also know that if you've taken back your love, or I don't know, you decided to, maneuver a little bit differently in a certain situation or something, it's because that was what was going to be best for that situation, pile 2. So trust in that knowing and that understanding as well. If you feel like you've pulled your energy back, we should be doing that anyway to make sure that there is just a divine channel of love at all times between energies. But if you feel like you've had to cut some situations off, it's for the highest good, pile 2. So please don't feel guilty. You gave as much as you could, and in certain situations, the time is just right to say, I can't do this anymore. And, I know that this is for the best of all parties involved. So have no regrets in that, pile 2. You did everything that you could, is what I want to share to some. So trust in that as well, and you deserve to be happy. So keep leaning into situations that are stepping forward to, to support you right now, pile 2, is what I want to share. But that's all that I've got for you today, pile 2. Please be sure to be tapping into this moon's energy and understanding that you can release it all, but also just be calling in love for yourself, and keep loving on yourself, pile 2. I feel like there is a strong energy of you having to truly love yourself in all situations and spaces and time right now, but also just keep giving your love too, because it actually makes you feel stagnant and sad when you don't share your gifts or your love. Pile 2 is what I want to share, and I think that that's going to be I don't know if that's going to be a harsh thing to hear for some, but I feel like when something's out of an alignment, it's because you're trying to hold yourself back from something. Pile 2. So trust that if you want to be giving to something or giving to someone or showing more love and compassion to someone, it's for a purpose. And whatever happens at the end of that was meant to be. But when you restrict is when you don't feel in alignment. Pile 2. So that might be a revelation for some, but please do not hesitate to reach out if you feel like working with me to be on a deeper capacity of this understanding. Pile 2. I feel like some of you might have some deeper questions. You can have an extended reading with me, that's no problem. And make sure to be aligning with your chakras and using the crystals that you have at your disposal. Crystalline energy is really stepping forward for all of us to heal. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and send this to anyone that you might feel will best benefit from this understanding and expression of our spirit and the energies today. And remember, everything is within our capacities to be able to move it as well. Pile 2. If you've heard some things and you think, I don't necessarily like that understanding, or I understand what's being brought forward, but I want this to be, I think this is about setting the intentions of how you want things to be moving forward, pile 2, and being very honest with self and where you find yourself in your journey and what you actually need as opposed to what you think you need, pile 2. So I feel like this is going to be some harsh lessons and harsh realities being brought forward with regards to, you knowing why you are here and remembering why you are here. You came here to help others, predominantly pile 2, and, we have to remember that in certain situations, pile 2, and, sometimes this takes ultimate compassion and empathy in spaces that we perhaps just didn't even think we had that deep capacity to, but you do, pile 2. Stop restricting your love, because everyone deserves to feel it. And I do say that lightly, because we shouldn't be given to spaces that are bringing us such pain and torment, pile 2, but I think you know what I'm saying with this. I think you're all within the understandings of what being able to pick up what I'm putting down. You've been through the darkness, you've been through the hell, you've been through the fire, and now it's time to receive, and the energies of loving yourself and those around you, pile 2, is what I want to share. But if you do feel the calling to be donating to the channel, you can donate to me. It is how to donate to me is in the description below. And I feel like I'm getting tongue-tied with your pile 2, and I feel like that's going to be an understanding for some of the spaces where perhaps you are you're holding back. And yeah, that's an expression that's being brought forward. But that's all that I've got for you today, pile 2. Please do take care and enjoy this Capricorn full moon and all of its energies at your disposal for releasing and allowing for yourself to come to the deeper understanding that you are everything. You are water, you are all the elements that have been brought forward. You are love, you are magnificent, you have no limitations, you are a free spirit, you are the blade to some, pile 2, but that's had to be the case, and you bring self-reflection to so many, because you deserve the ultimate amount of love. So that means that some in your vicinity have to change around you. So allow that for that to be your truth as well, pile 2. But that's all that I've got for you today. Please do take care.